Hi, folks, and welcome back. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stood right here looking at all these different labels? Grass-fed, organic, hormone-free, and felt like you needed a dictionary just to decide what's for dinner? Well, if that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. In fact, about 2/3 of us feel confused by these labels. So which one is actually better for your family's health? Which one is worth the extra money? And which one, well, is just a marketing gimmick? In today's video, we're going to cut through the noise. Let's find out the truth behind these labels together.
All right, let's start with the big one we see everywhere, grass-fed. When we hear that, we all picture happy cows grazing peacefully on a big green pasture, right? And originally, that was the idea. But, and this is a big one you might not know, back in 2016, the USDA actually revoked its official definition for the grass-fed label. What does that mean? It means the term is basically unregulated now. A package labeled grass-fed could come from a cow that only ate grass for the first few months of its life and then was switched to grain. The label doesn't have to tell you the difference. Let's pause here for a second. I'm curious, how many of you knew about that change from the USDA? Let me know in the comments below. Just type, "I knew," or "That's new to me." I'd really love to know. So, how do you make sure you're getting what you pay for? The secret is in two golden phrases. You want to look for labels that say 100% grass-fed, or even better, grass-finished. Grass-finished means the cow ate grass and forage for its entire life, right up to the very end. That's what most of us are actually looking for when we buy grass-fed. Okay. So for the million-dollar question, is it actually better? Health-wise, studies show it might have slightly more omega-3s, but the differences are pretty minimal, not really enough to significantly impact your health. But for the environment, now this is the part that might really surprise you. It takes grass-fed cows longer to grow, which means they produce methane gas for a longer period of time. And on top of that, here's a shocking fact. Around 75 to 80% of the grass-fed beef sold in the US is actually imported, mostly from places like Australia or New Zealand. Think about the carbon footprint of shipping all that meat halfway across the world. So, the bottom line on grass-fed, the term alone is vague. Look for 100% or finished to be sure. And the health and environmental benefits aren't as clear-cut as the marketing makes them seem. Complicated, right? So, what about that other big label, organic? Is it any clearer? We'll get into that right next.
So we just saw how complicated the grass-fed label can be. What about organic? Is this one a more straightforward standard? The short answer is yes. If grass-fed is the Wild West, think of organic as having a trusted sheriff in town. And that sheriff is this seal right here. When you see this seal, it isn't just a vague promise. It's a very strict set of federally regulated rules. It guarantees that the cow was raised on certified organic pasture, eating 100% organic feed, no synthetic pesticides, no GMOs, and critically, no added growth hormones and no routine antibiotics. Plus, they must have access to the outdoors. Let's do a quick poll. When you think about buying organic beef, what's the #1 reason for you? Is it A, for the health benefits, or B, for environmental and animal welfare reasons? Go ahead and type A or B in the comments.
Thanks for sharing. Now let's see what the science says. On the health front, many of us assume organic means more nutritious. But fascinatingly, major analyses have found that the nutritional difference, in terms of things like vitamins and minerals, between organic and conventional beef is very minimal. So if you're buying it strictly for a big nutritional boost, that might not be the case. So what about the environment? This is where it gets more interesting. It's a bit of a trade-off. On the pro side, organic farming is often better for soil quality and encourages biodiversity. On the con side, it often requires more land and resources to produce the same amount of meat. This, in some cases, can actually increase the overall carbon footprint. So the bottom line for organic is, look for that USDA seal for assurance. It has very clear rules on how the animal was raised. However, the nutritional benefit is minimal, and the environmental benefit is a complex debate. The organic rules brought up a really controversial topic I know many of you care about: hormones. So what does that hormone-free label really mean? Let's get into that right now.
Okay, let's tackle a topic that I know is a big concern for many people: hormones. You've probably seen labels like hormone-free. I'm going to start with a fact that might be surprising. There is no such thing as hormone-free beef. That's right. Just like us, all animals and plants naturally have hormones. It's a part of life. So a more accurate label to look for is no added hormones, or raised without added hormones. That means the cow wasn't given any extra growth hormones during its life. Now for the big question. Is it safe to eat beef from cattle that have been given added hormones? This is where the science is very clear. The use of hormones in cattle farming is strictly regulated. But get this, and this is probably the most stunning fact on the topic. A serving of beef from a hormone-treated cow contains hundreds of times less estrogen than other foods we eat every day. For example, it has far less than a potato, a head of cabbage, and just a tiny fraction of the amount found in an egg or an equivalent amount of soy. That's incredible, isn't it? The first time I read that, it completely changed my perspective. Are you as surprised by that comparison as I was? And the story doesn't stop there. Here's another twist. Using added hormones can actually be better for the environment. Because they help cattle grow faster and more efficiently, they need less feed and fewer resources over their lifetime. This reduces their total lifetime emissions. So the bottom line on hormones, hormone-free is a myth. Look for no added hormones. The health risk is considered negligible by scientists, and using them can actually have environmental benefits. Okay, hormones are one thing, but what about that other big health concern? Antibiotics. Is that antibiotic-free label the real deal? Let's find out.
And finally, let's talk about the other big one: antibiotics. What does that antibiotic-free label mean? Let's clear the air on this right away. By federal law, all beef you buy in a U.S. supermarket is free of antibiotic residues. There are strict withdrawal periods that ensure if an animal needs antibiotics for an illness, the medicine is completely out of its system long before the beef reaches your store. So why the special labels? Well, labels like "no antibiotics ever" mean the animal itself was never, at any point in its life, treated with antibiotics, even for sickness.
So from a personal health standpoint, when you're eating the meat, there's no difference. The real concern with antibiotics isn't about the meat on your plate. It's about the much bigger global public health issue: antibiotic resistance. The fear is that the overuse of antibiotics in farming could contribute to drug-resistant superbugs that are dangerous for all of us. The good news is that the industry is changing.
the practice of using antibiotics preventatively has been greatly reduced. Instead, farmers are moving towards using them more responsibly, mainly just to treat animals that are actually sick. If you're still watching and finding these details valuable, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave the number 6 in the comments below just to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll consider subscribing and ringing that bell so you don't miss a thing. Your support is what allows us to keep creating helpful content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's get back to it. So we've seen that regulations and farming practices are improving. But how can we, as shoppers, identify the producers who are really committed to those high standards? This is where third-party certifications come in. Think of them like independent referees, checking and verifying the claims a company makes so we don't just have to take their word for it. Besides the USDA organic seal we already talked about, there are others you can look for. For grass-fed, for example, look for the American Grass-Fed Association, AGA, seal. For animal welfare, there's the Global Animal Partnership Certification. Or, for responsible antibiotic use, there's the CRU seal. Seeing one of these seals can give you an extra layer of confidence. However, and this is an important note, getting these certifications costs money, especially for smaller, family-owned farms. So, it's entirely possible that a package of beef without any of these seals was still raised to very high standards. That farmer might be following all the rules, but just can't afford the official label. This is where the knowledge we've just learned comes in handy. Sometimes, talking to your butcher or doing a little research on a local farm can give you the best answer of all. And a quick heads up, these rules and seals are primarily for the US. If you're traveling or buying imports, the definitions can be different. Look for that region's equivalent, like the EU organic seal in Europe. All right, that was a lot of information, I know. So now, let's tie it all together and create that simple cheat sheet you can take with you in your mind on your next shopping trip.
Wow, what a journey! Together, we've decoded grass-fed, organic, hormone-free, and antibiotic-free. So, what's the best beef to buy? The answer is, it depends on what's most important to you. The goal of this video isn't to say one label is better than another. It's to empower you with the knowledge to choose confidently. Let's do a quick recap. If you want a cow that only ate grass its entire life, look for 100% grass-fed or grass-finished. If your priority is a strict, certified set of rules on how the animal was raised, look for the USDA organic seal. And if you're concerned about added hormones or antibiotics, look for those specific no added claims and rest assured that all meat is legally required to be safe.
The most important thing to remember is that no matter which you choose, the beef sold in the US is regulated to be safe and nutritious. I'd love to hear from you. What was the most surprising thing you learned in this video today? Share it in the comments below. Thank you for spending your time with me today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Until next time, happy and smart shopping. Bye now.